an immediate reply.
So kind of stopping black from advancing, right?
And obviously, trading a pair of pawns will
so that,
simplify.
That's game over.
The
Yeah,
task
like,
for
if bishop
white.
a3, rook a3, bishop d5, white captures on a5. And
Yeah.
He's fine there. Feels like.
Yeah, so take on a5, take on a3, queen f3, queen c6. Just rook d5, rook d7.
Wait, if rook e7 first in this position.
Well, I can play queen d2, I think.
So that ba3 you can take on a5, right?
I thought I can.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so well, perhaps that's what GRISCHUK spent his time on like previous move, so that to make sure that a3 actually does work. And that's a clever thing to do, because otherwise black would keep pushing his pawns, like a4 and possibly a3 in some moment, or b3, b takes, and then a3.
And after the opening, the game looks very natural. I mean, like, white didn't receive anything.
Yeah, white didn't get anything.
It was a very important moment to solidify and put the pieces on the right squares. Jan understood that he can try to play chess at least, yeah.
To play for a win, yeah. But nothing, nothing major was happening. It feels like no missed opportunities for the players.
Yeah.
Might be one of those correct games from start to finish, which some people find boring to watch.
Yeah, so if rook c2, then again I play queen e7 probably.
You can, yeah.
I thought there may be some kind of...
Yeah, that's a kind of funny line that...
Yeah, like I saw...
Queen c5,
if queen takes,
queen
king
f7,
h6...
king h6, no checks.
Yeah, so like...
But at the same
white
time,
can
2h3 maybe.
Yeah, 2h3, but I think it doesn't change the position so much. Like
go
queen h3, still like queen f2 and
queen
perpetual.
f2, and that's a perpetual, yeah.
That's a funny line, but probably the problem that after queen c5, also queen takes c5 should be considered.
Yeah, queen c5, it's...
Yeah, but
like
you know, like it was my first intention. I realized that queen f7 doesn't win the game.
Takes, and d6. I don't believe black can be better in this one.
No,
with white pawn on d7.
No, I think it's just equal.
Once again, yeah, it's like rook to c8.
But you know, like, by the way, rook c8.
The question is if you go d7 here.
D7
you probably do, yeah. Take on
I think you can take and play bishop d1, I think, at least.
Yeah, I mean, if you
b3,
want to draw, you probably hold no matter what, yeah. Yeah, I thought that bishop c6 is fine as well. Yeah, you go to c6, b3, and then just play rook d2.
Yeah, well, just a
draw. Both kings are coming to a center. Yeah, it should be a draw. Right, so another key moment, how to react to a2, a3. One more time, after rook e7 we said
queen d2?
Queen d2 is possible, yeah. Aha, so if I take on a3 first...
And then play rook e7?
Yeah, but then once again, then you have like variety of squares.
Oh, yeah, like queen d4 is...
Oh, no, but the rook is hanging, that was the... But queen d3...
Queen d3 or queen c3 attacking?
Queen c3...
yeah, like bishop d5
fine.
I take
bishop d5
a5
you just
with any
take
piece.
on a5 and
with any piece.
Probably with the rook again. Yeah. Why to change anything? Yeah, you just take with the rook and that's dead draw.
Yeah, a3. What else?
You can put the rook behind the passed pawn. The rook b7 and then pretend that... Yeah, but you don't even want to play b3. So it's really hard.
But maybe you try to play for Zugzwang.
The rook b3. As I am taking on b4, a takes, then maybe this is the moment to move the queen away, right? Oh, so the king.
Again, like king h2.
Yeah, so that in those various lines, d5 is not hanging with the check. So, for instance, to go king h2.
Just a draw.
Once again, yeah. Should be equalish. Yeah, the fact is that there was no trouble whatsoever for Jan, so he had. Well, I'm not even sure if he was surprised in any way with this line.
I think he just knows his Greenfield lines as properly as we can even imagine.
Yeah, well, so which brings me to the interesting conclusion that in fact Wojtaszek, despite the fact that the line he was playing looked absolutely harmless, he was closer to to put some opening problems to Jan Nepomniachtchi compared to this, which is perhaps the more principal and objectively stronger line, but that GRISCHUK played. But it seems that you cannot really surprise Jan in this one. Right, so half an hour left, and what's more important, 2 moves left for Alexander GRISCHUK, one of them being a3 takes before. Like very next couple of moves.
Yeah.
One of them will be a takes before, and then looks like if there were any problems for white, now we can't see them any longer. So I won't be surprised if Jan will force a draw in some way. And there should be tons of ways to do so.
Okay, well, like rook b7. 8 takes,
and I think we said king h2, right?
Yeah, or queen g1. Yeah, I think it changed.
Doesn't change much.
Almost nothing. Yeah.
Doesn't change much. Black can't even go b3.
Yeah, because it's just take.
Yeah, b3 rook takes, yeah.
And
the d5 pawn is protected, and this is
now becomes playable for white.
Yeah, I mean, if you give the pawn for free,
or maybe just much better. Yeah. Yeah, well, like king h2.
I mean, he can just shuffle with the king g8, king, Well, actually, you probably leave the rook to b6 in this case. I mean, why would you need the rook to be on b7? So you might leave the rook, king g2. Wait, the moment you played king... Ah, no. Nothing. Queen b8.
Yeah,
no, it's... well, yeah. Don't want to allow queen e7.
So most likely we will see some trades. And
yeah, but I can't really imagine what you exchange. I mean, if you exchange one pair of pieces, how do you keep the game going, right? The very first exchange probably means that there is absolutely nothing. It's like we were talking of exchanging the queens, and once again with rook on b7, and let's say if white for some reason has to switch to like passive blockade of the b pawn, then maybe black can get somewhere, but you don't have, let's say, a power
to force white to
go rook b3 for
passive blockade. We have to make a threat of playing b4, b3.
Yeah, and so far we failed to do that. Now, don't know what has to be done. And I think Jan smiled, said that.
Yeah.
So he's in some kind of inner dialogue with himself.
Yeah.
Possibly kind of ironically thinking of his triangles he made with rooks and with his rook and the king. So
I have some doubts that the draw offer me.
Ah, so he might just play a move. You mean
Yeah.
might just play a move and offer a draw?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you normally still you wait for your opponent to get to the time control and then you do that.
Because like usually and ironically it happens that during the time trouble the player who is in the time trouble may like, find the all proper moves and all of a sudden like on move 40 just blunder a piece. Which
yeah, and
which has happened
many
with myself.
times. That move 40 is one thing. Then the other thing is just like right after the time control. Did you notice that? Okay, on move 41, so you get an increment and then you're relaxed. Yeah, okay, I accomplished the task.
Yeah, so you just lose
and
concentration and
very often it happens that the move you make after the time control, and you spend time on this move. It's not like you make it a tempo.
Yeah.
You spend time and then B takes A3 comes along with a draw offer, so indeed there was not much to play on in this game. I suspect that after Rook A3, Bishop D5 was the move Jan Nepomniachtchi was thinking about. Well, not the sharpest game, perhaps not the most exciting game, but it was tense. It was really tense. It felt when Alexander was spending a lot of time. And the tension in this match needs to build up. So today was already, a pressure on both players. So tomorrow with colors reversed, Jan, I would say, is in a somewhat more comfortable situation. So he will have white pieces. And I believe recently Jan Nepomniachtchi picked up this, the habit to play without risk. Before that, I would go and say that Jan's play style usually is very sharp. He plays chess in a very sharp manner.
Brilliant way, yeah.
So sometimes sacrificing, sometimes, even like not 100% sound sacrifices and this and that and like second-rate opening lines. But recently he has found this ability to play for a win, to pose problems practically without taking any additional risk. So tomorrow I expect one of those games. So he will be the one.
It should be more calm. That it used to be like in zeros when Jan played some aggressive openings with white, like a central opening, some different openings which can be risky.
Once
even
again,
for white.
So he will not, I believe, will not take additional risk, but he will try. Anyone in his situation would.
So we are in the press center with Alexander Grishuk and Jan Nepomniachtchi. The first game of the final match is drawn. So Alexander, you were playing with white. You opted for quite a rare line with exchange sacrifice. So please tell us, do you think you surprised your opponent with this?
Surprised? Yes, it was an opening catastrophe for me. Not just he played a very good line, but also it seemed like it was the only thing he was preparing for. I don't know why, and also even in this position with exchange down, it's okay for black, of course, and there are like 10 normal ways to play for him, but at least everywhere white has easy play, initiative. It's no advantage, but at least, this castle queen b6 and queen c3 bishop d7, it somehow escaped my attention, and then I just there must be a way to equalize, but I didn't find it. Then it was a terrible position, but somehow I managed to set up a defense with this h4 g3. At least now I don't have back rank problems, and queen on a5 stops, because if pawns get to b4 a5, then I thought it just can become very bad, and somehow I managed to defend.
And Jan, you are in a good spirit, so please tell us what's the reason for this?
There is no reason to be in a good spirit, because I believe it's more or less drawish line, and somehow I have prepared this line for one of the previous matches, Because yes, here because well, I think Andreikin played this way against me at the Russian Super Final, and well, it was some another move. Maybe I played Bishop G4, but I mean, I think maybe Knight C6 is just equalizing. If the position is equal, I think until e takes F6. After this, it could be somewhat suspicious for white because the structure is not so pleasant, and you know. Sasha was in time trouble, but well, clearly I should have opted for G5 or maybe F5, F4, but I didn't really find a good addition. I bet if maybe instead of B4 I could try F4. So yeah, but then G4, yeah, that's a problem. Maybe then takes and F3 check, but I wasn't very sure about it. So maybe, but once again, clearly Black's play should have been improved somehow, but well, maybe basically with this setup with G3 and H4 is the only chance to to hold the position, because otherwise, I mean, it's unpleasant. I going to play H4 on my own, or maybe even G5. So it was very precise from Sasha. So well, maybe Rook C2 instead of Rook C4. So Rook C4 just loss of tempo. After Rook C2, I didn't play this because of some move like Bishop D1, Rook C4, and Bishop B3, and I thought maybe this setup is good. But taking into account that okay, my general idea is to open the king side, yeah, with F5, F4 or something. Maybe Bishop on B3 is not the thing I should be afraid of. Yeah, so. And always I had this positional idea to play B4 and cut the queen on A5 completely out of play. And with Bishop on B3, probably it's some kind of a trouble for white, because once you play Bishop B3, you get B4, and the position is very suspicious. And even I think after, instead of Bishop B8, I had this B4 move, threatening Bishop B5, but maybe then Bishop B2 holds the equality somehow. But well, I mean, it was very, very, very suspicious for white, but I mean, okay, Sasha defended very well, I think.
Thank you very much. And now you're going to have white in the second game. So what do you expect from this game?
Well, it's another tough game for me, of course, and okay, my opponent is playing really well. So I don't know. It should be very interesting.
And you?
Yeah, I don't know. For me, the only good thing about today's game is that I feel like tomorrow I'm playing white again. At least I don't think I'm supposed to get worse positions that I got today. At least the starting position of tomorrow's game is definitely better than what I had today. At least there are some counter chances and so on.
Thank you very much. Good luck to you tomorrow. Thank you.